We live in a system where queer people are usually taught to shrink themselves, right? Like to sort of hide, to like not to draw too much attention. And I think this affects us a lot. Like, we learn to have these like limiting beliefs, and we probably sort of learn to be okay with like some things that we're not really okay, like like we don't dare to want more, as long as there is no like this unwanted sort of attention, homophobia, hate, like as long as like we stay low, then this is fine. Like you sort of like live in this like survival kind of mode, right? You don't really express yourself, you don't have these like exciting goals because you think that no, this is only for those like people who are more like privileged. So in this video, I want to talk about 3 ways that will help you build your audacity, because I genuinely believe that we all, and not only like us queer people, but just a lot of like different people, for example, people from like with like poor background, like we all need audacity. So what is audacity? Google says that it's the willingness to take bold risks. And there's also another definition that says rude or disrespectful behavior. Well, I prefer the first one, but like this rudeness thing, it's also like, like we can sort of draw some inspiration from that as well, in the sense that I'm not telling you to be rude. I'm just telling you like in my opinion, audacity is also this, like the state when you don't have any limiting beliefs, when you're like braver. It's not only like willingness, like only the action, it's also the mindset, when you sort of like, you're audacious enough even to sort of assume that you can have something that probably like nobody like you before had it, or like nobody in your family, in your neighborhood, in the place where you were born, they never reached those highs. Like you think that you will be the first who's going to do that. I think it's also about the mindset. So the first step that you can take is to get mad, because I truly believe that in this anger, like you can find the energy, the fuel to sort of go on. Because like when we don't really have the energy, we can't really create anything. To change something, we need the energy. And I think that when you like sort of get angry, and I think that like sometimes some people, they're afraid of getting angry. They think that it's a, I don't know, bad feeling, but it's a feeling that you will feel anyway sometimes, because we are like living human beings. It's the thing that will always be present, like to some extent in your life. And I think it's a great idea to take advantage of it, look at it positively, and turn it into the energy. For example, when I was not out, right? Like I used to work in that office, and it was like, I don't know, almost 10 years ago. Oh my God, it was like around 2017, 2018. I remember that I had some colleagues that were pretty homophobic, and like we would sit in this open space and they would talk some really queerphobic stuff. Since I wasn't out, I hated it. It sucked. But like later, when I sort of got more independent, when I started working like freelance, and I was really thinking about like becoming a content creator, it was like, I think around like the pandemic, 2020, I used to DJ back then as well, and I recorded this mix, and the club that asked me to record it, they said like, can you please like give us some text, like maybe give some, like context, like what this mix is about, like what kind of feelings you want to express with it. And I literally felt like I want, like with this mix, I wanted to express this feeling when you finally break free, when you're finally like, sorry, but like, I will not do that anymore. I want to be out. I'm gay and I'm proud. I felt this anger, and I'm just like, you guys actually motivated me. Like I was like, during this pandemic, the lockdown, I was like reflecting on it a lot, and I was like, what the hell? Why couldn't I stand up for myself? Like now I'm ready to do it. I have the strength. That anger back then really helped me to sort of be open, and like since then I started content creation, and my first TikTok profile had 100,000 followers. So yeah, the first step is to get angry. The second step is to be Delulu AF, to dream big, basically. I really, really want to inspire you guys to just sit down and like think about all of the things that you really, really genuinely want. Like, don't think about the all of those limiting beliefs. Don't think about everything that happened before. It doesn't matter. Like if nobody like you had something that you really wish for, list these things, like just like sort of brainstorm with yourself, like what you really want, like really, really, really. If for example somebody said like, here you have all the money in the world, like what do you want to do? Like what is it? What are these things? Maybe you want to become like a musician. Maybe you want to start your own business. I don't know. Maybe you want to act. Maybe you want to become a model. I don't, just anything. You want to be famous, like just anything. Write it down. Start working on these beliefs inside your head. Like, like why? Like, I don't know. Also, here you can also get angry in the sense that why somebody was able to do that and like you're not able. Like, why? Like, who says it? Like, is there a rule? Is there like some sort of a law? Like, who decides that? Like, right? So you just have to work with this mindset. At least allow yourself to think that you can become that. Just find some examples of people who were able to reach something like that. Maybe they're not like 100% alike you, but still, if they could, then you can too. And it's just, all of that YOLO sort of thing. Maybe it sounds like cliche and y'all are like, oh, whatever. But like, I'm pretty sure that it works, thinking that you only have this life. So why not to live it the way that you really want to live it? All the time, we hear the stories in the media that somebody made it, right? Why can't you be the one? Like what? Who says it? So the second step is to be Delulu AF. Delulu AF. Just find something. I don't know, maybe you're like a North Star, like maybe like your final goal. Just like what you really, really, really want to do and focus on that. And the third step is to do something before you're ready. Because what? You will never be ready. Because there will never be a perfect moment. If you really, really, really want something, you just gotta do it. You just gotta be like, what the hell? I'm doing it. This is also an audacious mindset, in my opinion. Like when you're like, why? Like, what is it? Like, what's stopping me? Why is everyone doing something towards their like dream? Why can't I do that too? And just do it. Do something, just one step. If you want to become a musician, go find like some, I don't know, vocals classes, I don't know, or like production, like, I don't know, learn the sound production, start learning at least something, start watching the free sort of content on the internet. Or if you want to, for example, get a degree in a different country, start researching and just start applying. Like, just do something. Like, you can't expect good things to happen without any action. Like, you actually need to take some action in order for something good to happen. For example, I am from Kazakhstan. It's a Central Asian post-Soviet country, and I'm like Russian speaking too. And I used to be blogging, like initially that TikTok blog that I had with 100,000 followers, I had it in Russian. And like, a lot of my social media, like till the beginning of 2026, I used to post in Russian. I don't know, starting from 2024, I've been thinking a lot about switching to English because, like, as you can see, I'm fluent in English and I actually consume a lot of content in English, and I really just wanted to make content in English. I liked the idea. I was like super excited. I always felt like I can really be me when I speak English. Last year in 2025, I moved to Europe and I was just like, I'm meeting up with so many new people, like, new friends, new guys that I date, and like we actually speak English, and every time they ask for my Instagram, I'm like, guys, like my Instagram is in Russian, you will probably not understand anything. I was like, what's stopping me to just start posting in English? Like, what the hell? Like the longer I wait, the worse it gets, like in the sense that I used to be super active in Instagram and I used to post a lot, and thus like I was getting a lot of like reach. My following was like constantly increasing. I was like, either I just start posting in English now, or like I don't do it at all. And you know, like I was thinking about starting a new profile, but then I was just like, I don't want to be really like posting in Russian anymore. Like I want to switch to just English. Like, you know, I want, like I had 10,000 followers on my Instagram page, and I was just like, if I just leave it like this, like I will just not continue. So I'm switching to English on this page, and that's it. It's been a couple of months. I'm still in this like transition period. The statistics are not the way they used to be, but I'm just still so happy that I did it. I'm just so happy that I was audacious enough to think that I can do it, and I just did it. And because of the fact that I switched to English on my Instagram, I was able to start this YouTube channel, and now y'all are watching me, and I'm just so happy that I did it, because I'm getting so many great, amazing, nice comments under my videos. So many people are finding my content relatable. If you are thinking about taking a bold action, this is your sign to do that, because I'm pretty sure almost all of us, we have this dream, you know, that we think that, oh my god, it's so much bigger than me, oh my god, like how can I do that? But like you just need to start from something, you know, like once again, if you don't do anything, nothing's going to change. Nothing changes if nothing changes, right? If you guys, for example, been thinking of starting your blog, and maybe if, like, for example, English is not your first language, I can help you start your blog, because I've been doing this for years now, specifically blogging as a queer person. There's no need for your blog to be specifically about queerness, but still, I understand all the struggles that you might have as a queer person, and I can teach you how to incorporate your like very unique experience as a storytelling to your blogging. So if you guys are interested, you can book one-to-one sessions with me. All the details are in the description. If you liked this video, please subscribe to my channel. Here I talk about my gay queer experience in dating, relationships, with my identity and authenticity. Give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments if you found this useful, and maybe you have your own tips on how to become audacious and like dream big and take actions. I will be super curious to know. Here are other videos of mine that you can check out, and hopefully I will see you soon in my next videos. Bye!